Okay, I've lost my voice. So I'm going to play some Armageddon, Parousia Armageddon poems to you, looking at the way that we live in the Western world and the excessive materialism that sort of is denying the family structure and looking at the causes of stress in our world. I'm on my way to Oxford, so I'll put this on, and I've got the CD on in my car, and yeah, we know that Jesus Christ is returning soon, so may that event be very soon, because many people are suffering, too many people, from the injustice. Armageddon. The world is going mad. The cows have gone mad. The dogs are howling, women are wailing, and men still fighting bloody wars raging in blood-gaping wounds of torn, decaying flesh. Families, mothers, children and babies. The fallout of sinful egos overheated and fueled by toxic livers full of raging chemical warfare. 2019. So-called life becoming virtual and voyeuristic games of pornographic warfare in sinning cities. The messages of our Father forgotten, of how love shapes the child, shapes a man and his family, creating positive love or not. Faith, like Abraham and Jacob, becoming Israel, climbing the ladder to heavenly healing, creating love through consciousness, which is being forgotten rapidly. Love is being forgotten. Falling short, falling short, falling short. The cows have gone mad. Women's memories drying up for sex and sexual perversions of loveless sex, leading nowhere but war and conflict in the souls, in the cells, in our world reflecting us. Memories, growing cancerous breasts of betrayal of love and life. Carcinomas of fleshly lust, joined by man boobs, shriveled balls and wilting penises of confusion. Since when do we know better than nature? Since when do we know more than the Creator, creating creation, evolving life? Since when do we know more than evolution, creating life? Adaptation. Our cells reacting to what is given to them is how they work. Constant monitoring, constant sensing, constant evaluation of life experiences. And scientists trying to prove what we already know in our hearts. If we listen to our hearts, if we listen to our spirit of love, if we listen to the word of the whole life and organic principles, not the scientists giving complicated names to own our body biochemistry, to own the chemistry within and capitalize on solutions allowing suffering to thrive and prosper, for money to selectively control the masses with unauthorized money transfers, paying to talk, paying to drink, paying to breathe, paying for love, for our God-given right to love. The cows are going mad, being intensely farmed in large chicken cages, pumped with synthetic hormones and antibiotics, fattening you and your burger. The pigs are going mad, as they are little more than grunting caged bacon, the barely living egg machines in factories of caged boxes of bruised drumsticks with no arnica. Sheep with no shepherd, bleating on deaf ears, and fish farmed fat, pumped pink for fucking profit. What are we thinking? What are we feeling? Nothing? Are we numbed and blind to this abuse? Cut off, living in denial and plastic-wrapped ignorance? Is this abuse of souls okay? To raise a life only for food that poisons us with shame in gluttony and greed, pumped with drugs, feeding to our children, to our children, to our children. To raise animals only for food and profit, to deny them their freedom and their life only to kill them and eat them. I vomit at the thought. I vomit at man's ignorance and heartless greed. I vomit at the disrespect for life, creating famine for all. Love never hurts another. Love is never unkind. Love is not a cortisol. God will vomit. Man means mean choices back with death. Anxiety, depression, and death of the happiness we are all seeking. Death of the love, joy, and vitality we all yearn for. How can we gain love's spirit with cruelty? Abuse to abuse, cage the animals to reduce CO2 emissions is madness. The consequences will be death and famine for all. Death of the whole spirit of love. We cannot gain life from sacrificing love. The planet is going mad. The world has gone mad. The soil depleted of natural manures replaced by chemical warfare, killing the soil and growing styrene cancers, making dry bones with plastic foods and rubbery fish drinking estrogen waters. Parents are going mad. Parents profiting from children in the name of education, educating them to debt and hopelessness, desperate desperation, stress and fear. Schools with bars like prisons, and human rights for those who forgot their victims at human rights, when they forgot their hue, their loving spirit. Freedom in jail and slavery in the world for utility with no utility. A loss of joy, laughter and happiness, when man is being mean, when man is not being gentle and kind. I am here to remind, perhaps inform, that love is not a cortisol. Wake up, man and women and all in between, before it is too late. Wake up in order to get up and stand on two legs. Do not devolve into sin and hell in your hindbrain by creating your own holograms of fears caged. What holograms taught you fear? Wake up. Stand up to love and abundance of good that is here. Wake up to all that is sustainable with love and positive thoughts, with faith, the assured expectation of good. Wake up before it is too late. Wake up, we are the ones to make this world beautiful and kind. The world is going mad. People are getting mad. The world is going mad. The people are rightly mad. The world is going mad with too much stress on good people. The world is going mad. Love is not a cortisol, stress hormone crying for an end. The end is nigh, the end, the release of the endorphins, the dopamine, the serotonin, the oxytocin, the anandamide, binding our blood in marriage with love, which is always positive. The endorphin is the end. The end is the beginning of the word endorphin, his love in our blood, the beginning of freedom. The end is the beginning of his promise. For look, I am making all things new. Batter. This poem plays on the word batter. Batter is a food, a hurt, and in the word batteries. Batter works on a lot of levels: humane, food, intimacy, environmental, righteousness, ethics, and morality. Many people and animals eat meat, but surely the animal deserves to have a free range and organic, natural and good life in its natural environment. Meat was once a living animal, and that animal deserves a proper life of freedom and its natural foods when it is living. Intensive farming is for maximizing profit and disrespectful to the animals supporting all our lives. Animals may not have an articulated voice, but they have intelligence, emotional intelligence, connections and feelings. Surely they deserve a good life of freedom, honor, respect and grace. Battery farmed chickens, fish in batter and battery relationships. Acid, poison and death of love. What a shameful battering the world is getting